What's up everybody, welcome to my channel, John's Daily Hustle. So back just before the season got started, I had made a video about my 2021 lawn care business plans and what I really wanted to do and what I wanted to achieve for this season. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out right up there and then come back to this video and you'll see where I'm at now. So one of the big things that I did from last season going into this season is I kind of started over. I purged a lot of bad customers, and by a lot, I mean almost all of them. I think I started this year with just 4 customers from last season and completely started over. I really didn't know what to expect going into the season as I really didn't have that many customers. Now going on the second week of June, I'm sitting right at 48 total customers, and out of those 48, 3 of them are bi-weekly customers. So that's 45 total weekly customers and 3 bi-weeklies on top of that. If you guys watched my previous video, the one I tagged in the beginning, you guys know that I only wanted 30 to 40 customers tops. And I've gotten way more than that. One of the things is a lot of them are very close within my route density. That's the one thing I focused on this year is route density. So all these new customers are within a certain radius from previous customers. A lot of them are actually my customers' neighbors. So like right next door and then right next door to them, or maybe even just a few houses down. On top of having about 10 to 18 more customers than what the max I wanted this year, I've also got that route density down. So this year has been a very good year. Those are just my mowing customers. This year I've actually picked up a lot of landscaping jobs, like the one where I had to rent a tractor, and I did a couple other jobs that you guys haven't seen yet. I'm going to do a video where I didn't record a whole lot of it because it was during the busy time of the season. It was back right in the very beginning of spring. I did a couple of smaller landscape jobs, like a couple of side jobs and so on and so forth. You guys will see a video with kind of all of them compiled in together. So let's talk about the things that I did to advertise and get my name out there. And how did I get this many customers in a very short amount of time? I did 3 different things to get my customers this year, so let's talk about it. First one, I actually gave out flyers. Of course, I gave them out like door hangers. I printed out flyers, and these were all homemade, made right here at home. Let me show you guys what we did. So I don't know if this was the fastest way to do it, but this is just how we did it. So my wife drove the car, and she actually had the box of flyers next to her, and she handed them to me through the window as I was walking by at a somewhat of a fast pace there anyways, and putting them on the doors as we went. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but it just seemed to work out best for us and was the most efficient for us. So anyways, this next clip you guys will see my nephew Keith Field. Shout out to him. Thanks for coming and helping me, bro. I appreciate it. That's my nephew right there walking up to the door, and I'm driving now handing him the flyers. And we were very, again, cautious of where we put flyers if we thought that maybe I liked it. You know, some yards I didn't do. Now, as y'all saw right there, it was me and my nephew. We only gave out 200 flyers total, and actually I think we only gave out about 150 flyers. I saved 50 more in my truck. If I was mowing in an area where I knew that there was a vacant house or somebody just moved in, I'd go put a flyer over on their door. We were also very, very selective of where we put flyers out. For example, I had a very specific area that I wanted to target this year and that I really wanted to stay in. Well, last year, I remembered where certain houses were that hired lawn care customers or hired a lawn care company, so I specifically would put a flyer on that door. I did that so that way I knew at least my chances were a little bit higher of them needing to hire a lawn care company, so that flyer wasn't completely wasted in my head. Now, as of right now, this time in July, we're going on the 2nd week in July, I believe I've given out almost that full 200 flyers. So I've only gotten 4 customers off of that. It took me about an hour to make all of them, and then it took us about 4 hours total to give all of those flyers out. 5 hours invested and we picked up 4 customers. That kind of sucks when you look at it that way with the time spent, but that's just part of what I had to do. So I really didn't get that many off of them. So how did I get the others? Well, last year I got really good at running Facebook ads and running ads in general on Google. I got really good at it, but I haven't done it in so long because we had that winter stride where I didn't do anything. I got really good at doing it and I forgot how to do it. So in the beginning of the season, I put a couple of ads out and they didn't really do that well. But I did stay active on Facebook throughout the winter and leading up into the early springtime. So I actually ranked pretty well. So I had a lot of people calling me and messaging me just from Facebook because I stayed active on it. And a lot of people saw me and saw my name just from me posting and staying active on my Facebook page. Picked up a handful of customers just from being active on Facebook and Google. I did forget one other way, so there was 4 ways total that I picked up customers. One other way that I got a lot of customers is just like that video I said last year where it's collaboration, not competition, or cooperation, not competition. I actually have teamed up with a couple other guys out here, and in the beginning I had gotten a lot of work from them. For example, I've got a buddy that only does spraying. He's only interested in treating yards for weeds and spraying and fertilizing, stuff like that. He doesn't do any lawn care, so when he gets calls for lawn care, he actually refers them to me. Now, out of that, I really haven't gotten that many from them as they were looking for somebody cheaper. As you guys know, that was another thing I did is I set my bottom rate price and I kind of raised my prices a little bit for this year. and I've really weeded out a lot of the cheaper customers. So the number one way how I got so many customers this year is just word of mouth. Word of mouth is responsible for giving me about 25 to 30 customers right off the bat this year is through word of mouth. From my customers recommending me, or just somebody seeing my name or recommending me on Facebook or anything like that. But word of mouth, people mentioning my name is what's gotten me about 25 to 30 weekly customers. So I've spent very little in advertising and marketing materials this year. That's a pretty good return on investment in my book for this season, right? Now, you treat people right and you do the best work you possibly can. That goes a long way, and people will remember that and they'll recommend you to a lot of other people. That's actually how I got all my landscape jobs. All my landscape jobs I've gotten either been through somebody I knew or through a customer just recommended me. You know, again, word of mouth, people talking highly of me, saying, hey, my work speaks for itself. Let's hire him. And that's really going a long way. So word of mouth has really done me very, very well for this season. So even though I've had quite a few breakdowns and a few setbacks, which is just a part of it, right? It's just a part of business. I've had a really good season. You guys know I'm starting to venture and buy stuff that I've really wanted for a long time. On top of getting just that many customers and kind of hitting my goals there, I've really hit my goals on my schedule. This year I've really got my schedule down very good. You know, I can only work 3, maybe 4 days. I can break it up, and I actually have a couple days off. I have a weekend. As you guys know, last year I worked pretty much every day. Now the heat has kicked in and I'm trying to beat the heat, so I work every day just up to a certain point to try and get done before the hottest part of the day, and as well as the weather has been messing me up. But in a perfect world, I only have to work, maybe 4 days tops, and I actually have a nice little 3-day weekend, and it breaks things up a good bit, which has really helped me out with being able to do the one thing I wanted to do, is have some fun this year, kind of enjoy life. Last year, the start of the business, it was just work every day, 7 days a week, sun up to sundown. This year, I wanted to be able to go do stuff and have fun. The one thing I wanted to do, like I said, is be able to have some fun, maybe get back into doing some hobbies. If you guys know me, I'm into just about everything. With all that being said, I ended up buying something that's been sitting right over there since the beginning of May. It was like the first or second week in May, I bought something. And it's been hiding off camera from you guys since the first or second week in May. Just gonna have to wait until next video you guys see. It'll be later this week. It'll either be Friday or Saturday this week. You guys will see the reveal of it. So you definitely want to check it out. So I will see y'all in the next one.